New details about that fatal shooting in South Carolina caught on camera in video that's difficult to watch. An unarmed man shot in the back by a police officer. ABC's Steve Osunsami on the ground with the latest, amidst questions about what other officers did or did not do to help, as protesters renew their calls for body cameras.
No justice! No peace! No.
To so many tonight, enraged and shocked by the killing of another unarmed black man.
Black Lives Matter.
The truth of what happened to Walter Scott is only coming to light because someone in the bushes is recording with a camera on a cell phone. The pictures of North Charleston policeman Michael Slager in jail stripes, locked up without bail, is devastating to police everywhere. Now accused of murder, he told his bosses that 50-year-old Walter Lamar Scott had grabbed his stun gun after
That's a lie.
over a traffic stop.
Lie, man.
In the revealing video, the unarmed
his telephone.
Is running away after
his phone right there.
Hit by the stun gun. And tonight, new video, moments after the shooting, caught on camera, appears to show Slager giving a statement to another officer. North Charleston police did act swiftly Tuesday.
He will be charged with murder.
But tonight,
that's where I want to head.
For something critics say is missing in the video. Although the
police
not every officer is CPR certified.
Scott did have an outstanding unpaid child support, but his mother says that's no reason for him to die.
He has been raised in the church. From day one, he sang on the choir. He played the drums. He would call his mom every single day.
There's two families that are in bad way right now. Our prayers and thoughts go with both of the families.
We're learning much more about the accused police officer, who had plenty in common with the man he's accused of murdering. Much like Scott, Michael Slager was in the Coast Guard. He has a wife who's 8 months pregnant and lives with 2 stepchildren. His work record shows 2 complaints in 5 years, including another incident with a taser. For the only serious charge of excessive force, he was cleared. Are you now taking a look at this officer's other arrests and other cases that he was involved in?
We're still waiting on all the information to come back to us.
Other arrests he's made, other incidents he's had with other residents you're looking at?
We will look at that. Any questions anybody has, we're more than willing to look at.
If Slager is convicted, he could be sentenced to death, but a conviction alone could be a first, considering this. Police in South Carolina have fired their weapons on more than 200 people over the last 5 years. In every case, they were cleared.
We're going to continue to strive to do what's right.
While the department has turned the investigation over to an independent agency, critics say race and inequality are at the heart of the problem. In North Charleston, African Americans are nearly half the population, but only 18% of the police force, where 80% of the officers are white.
We recruit African American members. The problem is we have a very limited number, even to the point that we've started going out and recruiting from other departments where we can get certified minority police officers to work for us.
For communities of color who've been arguing for years that American police work is too often so unfair,
you cannot deny what was caught on this film.
The release of this video and the alleged lie it suggests that came from this police officer is a watershed moment. With a potential camera in every pocket, injustice is more likely to be caught on camera. From Eric Garner in New York, who's accused of illegally selling cigarettes, put in a 15-second chokehold.
Oh my
to this family in Indiana, where a traffic stop for seatbelt violations quickly turns violent when they refuse to get out of the car.
What?
The family has since filed a lawsuit, though the department said that the police were acting in the interests of their safety. The shooting of Walter Scott wasn't the first caught on camera in South Carolina. Last September, an unarmed man was reaching for his wallet after shot by an officer. The man later received a $300,000 settlement from the state government, and the officer was charged with assault. How Slager's case will end up remains unclear. But change is going to come. Today, authorities here announced they are ordering more than 250 police body cameras.
Every officer that's on the street in uniform will have a body camera.
We need to seriously, as a nation, expand the use of video, both body cams and dash cams, by police and law enforcement around the country.
But critics say that biased policing is a larger systemic problem.
We want to alter the training and the recruitment and the way that police officers advance.
Back in North Charleston, demonstrators say they are satisfied with Slager's arrest, but are still furious over the killing of Scott.
If you're down to raise your voice, say hell yeah!
The shooting of Scott was captured on tape, they say, but so many other injustices are not.
All the time we've been talking about this systematic abuse. There wasn't a video to capture all those, but this time there was. And so we're here to just echo that sentiment, to call for a DOJ review of this whole institution.
I have been harassed, I have been profiled, I have been abused by the police.
The protesters took their anger into a police press conference where authorities were explaining their new body camera initiative.
Where are the officers that were there?
Walter Scott's family says it's a good change, but they're still suing the city in civil court, saying today their son was treated worse than an animal in the street.
When I looked at that tape, that was the most horrible thing I've ever seen. I am very, very upset concerning it. I almost couldn't look at it. To see my son running defenselessly, being shot, it just tore my heart to pieces. I pray that this never happened to another person. This has got to stop.
For Nightline, I'm Steve Osunsanmi in North Charleston, South Carolina.
We will have the very latest on this case in the morning on GMA.